Hey, welcome to episode 60 of the Will's Biz podcast. There's 60 of these friggin' things.
People listen to these things.
Awesome.
People listen to
People
60
have listened
of these
to
things.
60 of these things. 60.
You poor sons of bitches.
I know.
What the hell were you thinking?
We say some good shit on occasion.
Hey, what's going on episode 60 there, Wheels? We're a little short-staffed tonight.
Who's here tonight? It's just you and me. It's just you and me.
I'm at Tin Can Blues, and I'm joined by, as always, our glorious leader,
at Mighty Wheels. But I'm going to possibly change my Twitter handle to @GloriousLeader.
I think you should change it to Glorious Leader.
If I can, I will. I might do that.
Or like Glory. I think I checked, and Glorious Leader's taken, but I think you could just do some kind of variation, like
I could
all hail Glorious Leader,
WB,
praise be unto me.
Yeah,
Glorious Leader. I think you should, because
I could do that. I could do that probably. Yeah,
you know, it rolls off. I mean, Mighty Wheels is pretty badass Twitter handle.
I don't know if I can friggin' like maintain 17 Twitter handles like you though.
Well, I only have like 4.
You got one being angry about soccer, one being angry about hockey, one being angry about life. One being angry about like the government.
No, I'm pretty much all those things on one Twitter account now.
I know.
But I do have 4 separate ones. One which I don't use anymore. One for the pod. One that is the pod, and the footy one.
So is at Tin Can is not the pod?
That's the pod one.
That is the pod one. So what is what is at Wheels Blues? At Wheels Blues is the pod one as well.
That's the pod one. Yeah, but it's like my pod alias one is the Tin Can Blues one.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, okay.
Because you just didn't change because you're like a boomer, so you were born in the 40s. So I'm pretty sure.
I feel like I am a boomer because I got that Twitter handle probably. I want to say like 2007.
Okay.
Or I don't think maybe Twitter's not been around that long, but it feels like I've had that Twitter handle. No, that's since like the first few like years or so that Twitter came into existence. I got that Twitter handle because I was working for Habitat for the Arts in Jasper, and they wanted me to do networking and advertising and social media shit for them. So I got a Twitter handle because I was initially very much like you when it came to social media. I was like, stupid Twitter. I don't want Twitter.
I don't want to twit.
I don't want freaking Twitter. Why am I going to twit? That's stupid. That's terrible. And then I eventually got it. And honestly, it's only been since like we started this podcast that I'm way more about tweeting than I was. Because I think before we started this, I probably had maybe like 20 tweets over like 10 years. I probably tweeted maybe 20 times.
And they were all like retweets of like wrestling or like Batman.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. probably just like random shit I followed in like 2012 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
When I
Iron Man Twitter. 1, you know?
Yeah, just like
sweet, I'll follow this movie.
The Dark Knight was amazing.
Yeah, that's your last status update before the podcast.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight was amazing. Like Jesus, man. Now you know what I thought when Twitter first came out? I didn't know what it was, and I had Facebook, and I'm like, and someone's like, well, Twitter is just basically Facebook, but only status updates. And I was like, that's never gonna take off. That's stupid.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we both thought initially that Facebook was retarded and it would never take off as well. Not retarded, that's a bad word. Sorry, Facebook was terrible and it would never take off, and it did, but now it's terrible again. It's kind of coming around full circle.
It's coming around. Yeah. Well, and then all these other ones came out, and I'm like, so wait, so you can just take a picture and put it on Facebook, and it's the same thing as just Instagram? And they're like, yeah, but nobody does that. I'm like, fuck. And then there's like this new one.
Isn't that just Instagram?
TikTok? And I'm like, well, what the fuck's it all? Why do you need 18 different things?
Isn't it like
Snapchat and Insta?
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't freaking know. I don't know.
Anyway, we'll just stick to. You know what? Let's just stick to Twitter, Instagram,
and Facebook. That's it.
Yeah, Facebook. That's it. We'll just stick to those 3 social medias and the website, and maybe some cold calls. Who knows what comes in the future? But
as at Tin Can Blues likes to point out, I'm a boomer and I can only keep track of like 3 things at a time.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
So I wonder, like, so when the Habitat for the Arts was like, who should we get to manage our social media? They were like, isn't that boomer guy in the back know a thing or two about social media?
Well, we'll see. They were boomers 20 years ago. So
Oh, you
so
were
they
like the youngest,
yeah. I was like the millennial 20 years ago.
the millennial. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna stick to my, like, I got my footy Twitter because it's like all football. And if I don't feel like hearing a bunch of bullshit about what's going on in the world,
Yeah.
I just open that one and I
Is
don't.
it is it literally just football? That whole thing
Yeah,
is
I don't
nothing
follow
else.
anything else but football on that. I don't follow any news. I don't follow any
Oh,
bullshit.
okay. Okay.
And it's so basically the only news I get
Mhm.
is like, so this team's doing shit today, and it's no, like,
Oh, it,
I've muted all semblance of the NHL on everything I have,
so
actually. So
is your football Twitter just Peterborough and Bayern Munich, or is it all football?
well, it's
Like
pretty well all
European
football
football? Okay.
because I ended up just following like Premier League, Bundesliga, like, La Liga, all
Okay.
those
Okay. Okay.
kind of things.
Okay.
EFL Cup and Carabao
Mhm.
Cup and all the
Yeah. Yeah.
various 800 different kinds of cups you can win if you're
There's
playing
so
football.
much and so much. I don't know how you follow it, man. There's so much.
Well, I'm not following it very well because there is so much and I'm just learning still.
Yeah.
So I only know so much.
Yeah.
Like and it's pretty complicated because all this Champions League crap that's going on right now
Mm-hmm.
is from the standings of last year. So
What?
this
What?
year's standings doesn't matter because so there's
Wait. So
teams that are
they roll
playing.
back a year? They only play
Yeah, like you play.
like a
So
year.
like the top four teams at the end of this year will play Champions League next year. So you could suck next year, but if you were good the year before, you're still in Champions League for the following year.
So
because it's not like playoffs.
But what are they playing for this year then? Like, what are they? What is the point of playing?
Because this is they're still playing from last year.
But they're playing this year for last year.
Yeah, and because it goes all year, it starts in September.
Okay, well,
Champions League starts in September.
That's just like a regular season, but they're not playing.
They're playing Champions League. They play league games usually on weekends, and in the middle of the week they'll play a Champions League game.
So are they playing? So does this year count to get them into, like, I guess, the soccer playoffs or whatever?
There is no soccer playoffs. This is the soccer playoffs.
Okay, so it's all. So I'm not understanding how, like, they're still playing. Like last year is this year and next year, and
well, it's because it's only the standings of last year. So at the end of the year, like in May,
well, they got the standings already from last year because they already played it. So why the fuck does it matter if they play this year?
So they play it. So the season's up in like May, or whatever, and then the season starts again in like August, and then in September and probably in August too, they start playing the Champions League games based on the standings from the last year.
Okay.
And then those go all year long until now when they're starting to get to the semifinals and stuff. And then they'll get to the finals. Somebody's going to win. And then the league will end as well. And then the top four from this year will play starting next September and start playing for the Champions League. It'll be like top four from England, top four from Germany, top four from Spain, top four from Italy, blah, 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 and so on. Top four from France. Or that's kind of different too. I think in Ireland, only the very top team in the league goes in Champions League. So
why is Ireland getting shafted? What did they do?
Dude, this is going to sound really stupid, and that's because it is.
Okay.
There's something called the FIFA coefficient, and they I'm not even fucking kidding you. They judge how good that particular country is at soccer, and they give you a certain amount of spots in the Champions League by default based on how good that league is.
Wow.
So that's why the Premier League gets 4, but like, let's say a country like Romania might only get 2, or Ireland only gets 1. Germany will get 4, blah, blah, blah. It is kind of goofy. There's a lot of shit about soccer that's a little bit goofy. But I'm having a good time watching it. So Champions League this year, my boys Bayern Munich are out. And actually, Inga's parents are from Potsdam, which is like close to Berlin, right? So they're like, Bayern Munich traitor. Like, you should be Union Berlin guy.
Is that their team?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So her folks were like, you should be cheering for Union Berlin. What are you doing? Everybody here is like Bayern Munich. No.
Did you tell them I have no idea who Union Berlin is?
No, I was like, Union Berlin is not even going to make Europa League this year. So they're just going to be middle of the table, even though I'm going to root for them a bit. But
you were not getting points with the parents-in-law, man. You were not getting points.
Yeah. Inga's mom showed me her Union Berlin scarf. I was like, oh no.
Awesome.
Do you have any Bayern Munich scarves? Those would be cool.
She was like, get out.
Get out. Yeah. It was awesome. So yeah, we were talking a little bit about that, and yeah, it's too bad they got knocked out, man. And so they're done. But they'll probably still win the Bundesliga this year. And then
I thought you said they couldn't because of, I think you sent the last message you sent to us was like they're out now, aren't they?
They're out of the Champions League, but they're not out of the Bundesliga. And the Champions League is carrying over from last year. So they're still playing the season for this year. So they got to leave the Champions League. They get kicked out. You're not going to win a trophy, but they still could win the league trophy.
No one's going to be able to see this, but my face is complete confusion because I don't understand.
It's just question marks. I can see them flying out of your head.
How is it so complicated?
I know. It's taken a little while to wrap my head around it too, and I still don't have my head fully wrapped around it.
I understand the rules of soccer and I understand how the game is played, but all the like leagues and the coefficient, how the shit is that a thing?
I don't know. You can look it up. It's really weird. And then
this like year before counts to this year.
Yeah, it's like the standings from last year, what the Champions League are this year. So this year's standings have nothing to do with this year's Champions League. They have everything to do with next year's Champions League.
Does Inga understand soccer?
No, she has no clue. Well, if she doesn't care, so I never explain it to her. So
okay, that's fair. Well, just because it sounds like her parents are into it, so I thought maybe she might have.
Well, not really like
good stalker.
It's more like if you liked a team in a sport just because you were there. I don't think they really watch it, or I think I watch more football than they probably do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But dude, I'm pretty excited because if you get this vaccine, like this could be a game changer for the podcast,
I'm still here.
You just had to go get a beer?
Well, no. I know that was
you guys can't see it right now. I was in the middle of talking. He just throws his headphones on the ground and wheels away. And all I can see him is just wheeling out of here.
Very,
like,
very unprofessional. No, I thought you were gonna do like another 30 seconds about the Champions League, but you wrapped it up a lot quicker than I expected.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what? If you want, I'd still have to tell you about Peterborough.
Oh, well, see, there you go. You can totally tell me about Peterborough, and then I will give the podcast world the good news.
Okay. All right.
Because the people that actually listen to us would be very interested in my good news that's happening tomorrow at 1:00.
Do you think they'd be more interested in that or Peterborough?
Well, let's tease.
Let's find out. Okay.
Let's tease a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Peterborough give away the wad right away.
Peterborough last weekend beat Daniels' team, Swindon Town. Daniels boys, that old Swindon Town, 3-1, and now they sit second in the table, 79 points with a game in hand on Hull City.
So has Daniels watched the game with you then?
No. No, I don't think so. I just remember last week I said Swindon Town, and he's like, "Oh, gonna have to start cheering for Swindon Town."
Swindon Town. Okay, so Swindon Town got their ass kicked.
Yeah, and actually, right now, a lot of teams started winning except Swindon Town, and now Swindon Town is bottom of the table, complete bottom. So, but they're likely getting relegated.
But that doesn't count because the stats only count from last year.
Well, no, that's only for cups, man. That's only for cups. Like Champions League is a cup.
Oh, so what is this you're talking about now?
Well, Peterborough plays in League One. There's no cup. This is league games.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry. Okay.
It's just league games. It's like Premier League or whatever.
Okay.
And there is no equivalent.
Premier League is different.
Yeah. So there is. Well, Premier League is like the higher of. It's like Think of League One, where Peterborough is, as the ECHL to the NHL.
Holy shit! Wow, really?
That's where.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And they could get promoted to the equivalent of the AHL if they get finished top 2.
Why the hell would you want to watch the ECHL?
Yeah, well, I don't know, but I do like watching League One football.
That's fair. That's fair.
Aside from the cost, but yeah, so you're gonna get the old, you know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, yeah. So yeah, tomorrow I get shot for the first time
in the arm, eh?
In the arm, right in the meat of the arm. I'm very excited about it.
They're just gonna line you up,
line me up.
If you have any last words, and then just shoot you right in the arm.
Shoot me right in the arm, man. Shoot me.
Good.
Right.
It's gonna be with the good stuff too. That mRNA.
Oh, buddy. It's the Moderna, so it's the good stuff.
It's the good stuff. Oh hell yeah!
I was nervous. I wasn't really nervous, but my mom was all like, "You better not be getting the AstraZeneca," and I was like, "Mom, like, I want the vaccine, and I don't really get the option. Like, they made the appointment, you know."
You get there, they're like, "Yeah, so sir, we're gonna give you the AstraZeneca." You're get that fucking shit away from me.
I suppose you can refuse, like you can't actually refuse the vaccine, but then I'm the guy that, like, I could have got the vaccine, but I decided not to, and I understand the concerns. Like, I get her feelings. Blood clot thing. Like, I understand that. I'm a little concerned about that too, because I have very poor circulation in my legs. Obviously, for nobody that knows or nobody that's met me but listens, I'm in a wheelchair and I don't have any legs that work.
It's how we got the nickname Wheels.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
there's a big brain moment from us. It was.
Yeah, it was super brainy. Yep. Wheelchairs are kind of the identity of this thing, and blues music.
Yeah, and blues. Yeah, there you go. That's how this whole thing kind of got its. I think
we
went over this in episode 1, how this thing got its name.
Yeah, we probably did, and I think Sid shit on us too for that. He was like, "Well, that's lame. That's not even clever at all."
He did. He's the first thing he did. He was like, "This is stupid. It's a stupid name, guys.
So stupid. What a dumb name."
Yeah, that's exciting, dude. I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
I hope that you getting vaccinated means maybe at some point you and me and Daniels and Sid can get vaccinated, and we can get our asses back to that studio.
I'm sorry.
I'm just meant to get quit with this fucking Zoom crap. I'm done with it. Yeah. Every time I open Zoom, I just want to smash my fucking computer. I just want to fucking smash it. I'm gonna delete Zoom so hard as soon as we're allowed to see each other in human form again.
Yeah.
Like, I think that day I stopped by to see you on your balcony was like the first time I'd seen your face not generated by pixels in a very fucking long time.
It's been like months, like maybe 5 months. I haven't seen Jerome probably in like 2 months, and he lives across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, like I see Jerome very, very rarely, because because he's out and about working all the time, and just I'm trying to be safe and smart, and it's a giant pain in the ass. But
get that fucking vaccine, buddy, and then you don't got to worry so much.
No. So when I go tomorrow, I'm going to ask a bunch of questions after, because I do want to know the efficacy and how much protection.
My understanding, it's about 80%.
It's about
that
80%?
shot.
Okay.
So I mean, you get 80% is better than the 0 you have now.
Absolutely. And I will still, when I venture out into like the public and the community again, because I will be doing this now that I have a shot. I'll still wear a mask, and I'll still I'll still do the social distancing and all that shit. But yeah.
And now that there's not fucking 6 inches of snow on the ground, too, a little bit easier, eh?
Yeah, no, it's way. Yeah,
that fucking road sucks coming from your house.
Oh, it's been super nice the last like 3 days, and I'm like, fuck, come on, hurry up, give me the shot.
Give me the shot. I got to get out of here. I want to go get a coffee. Don't worry, dude. If you go downtown, it's fine. You don't have to wear a mask as long as you're seated amongst like 25 other people in close quarters on a patio. It's totally fine. You don't have to worry about it. That's legal. That's totally cool.
Oh, this is the rant part of the podcast? Okay, cool.
No, that's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That's all I'm going to say about it.
But yeah, no, I don't plan on going to like restaurants or anything in the immediate future, because from what I hear from my lovely podcast colleagues and other people I speak to, town is a shit show.
It's a clusterfuck.
Yeah, so
It's a clusterfuck.
but
That's the
that's
word
all we're
for it.
gonna talk about. This is a good
That's
weekend.
it.
I'm done school.
Done school.
Tyson's soccer teams are doing okay or good. I'm really not entirely sure how they're doing.
Just give me the sideways thumb, and I'll just agree with you.
I'm kind of confused.
Tyson's soccer teams are
They might
sideways
be good.
thumb. Okay,
they might be good. They might be bad. I'm not entirely sure. School's done. I get the shot. I get shot tomorrow, and yeah, it's a good.
Things
time.
are looking up.
It's good times, man. Things are looking up.
Like Daniels would say, it's bottom of the ninth.
Yeah.
Speaking of that fucking guy,
yeah.
Turns out the birthday boy there couldn't handle his birthday celebration,
yeah. You're getting old when you can only party for like a couple hours and then you're out for 2 days.
That's it. Yeah, 2 days you're out of commission. I mean, I understand he's got a kid at home, and that kid probably today was like did not give a shit that he was hungover. So
of course not. Why would he? Absolutely. Yeah.
That kid was just like, let's play, and
Daddy,
I don't care.
Daddy,
it's nice out.
Yeah.
Dad, why are you sitting down? Dad.
Yeah, he was probably out of gas by like noon.
Dude, I'm pretty sure he probably wasn't out of bed till noon based on how shitty he was feeling today. I think so.
Yeah. Did you get to like see him on the like walk outside or whatever, like from the across the way?
Yeah, I stopped by yesterday when I was done work. I brought over his birthday present and his Christmas present.
Wow.
And that was good to give it to him because I've had it here for fucking ever.
Neat.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, he's I had a beer over there with him, and then
we could also mention that your lovely wife was vaccinated.
Oh yeah, she was. She got because she's in the dentist office. So
friggin' time. I can't.
Yeah, it's about friggin' time. So that whole place
took her, man.
That whole place, and she got lucky. She got just to stay here, and everybody else went to fucking Edmonton.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she was gonna go to Edmonton too, and then
that brings up another little tidbit for me, because actually the way that my vaccine kind of appointment came about was I called 811 Alberta Health Services. I'm assuming on I think Friday I called Thursday I called them Thursday. So I called them on Thursday and I called them and I was like, okay, you told me to call back after 2 weeks, like 2 weeks ago. So I'm calling back. When can I get my appointment? So we went through all the rigmarole. I gave them all my information and all my ailments and shit, and why I should get a vaccine immediately. And they were like, okay. So then we set up the appointment, and my appointment was initially scheduled for April 29th in Hinton.
Okay.
So that was fine. I told you guys about that. I was super excited about that. That was awesome. And then I'm telling you, like 15 minutes after I was off the phone with them, I got a call from the drug mart here.
They're like
saying that I could get a vaccine on Sunday. I was like, shit, yeah, I will do that. So
nice.
So yeah, in like 3 days, I got 2 vaccine appointments that I could have.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
dude, make sure once you get that poke in your arm, you cancel the.
Oh yeah, no, I already did. I already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. No, I canceled it right after because I didn't want to forget. But yeah, so yeah, it's been
exciting, man.
It's been a good, exciting couple of days. This is the most excited I've been probably in a long time. Just about like,
dude, when I'm sitting at your house drinking beer and we're watching the Champions League final, that's the most excited I'm going to be.
Yeah, buddy, for sure. Totally.
When hopefully it goes down that way.
Yeah.
Because we already missed one Super Bowl at your house.
Yeah, it was sad. It was.
Jeez. Yeah. All right, we'll go back into vaccine stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, man, excited for your vaccine.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. It's good times.
Dude,
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, man. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Dude, did you watch Falcon?
Shit, yeah. I watched you guys haven't. Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'm up to date.
We haven't talked about it for a couple of weeks because you guys are behind.
Yeah,
So you're up to date now.
I'm completely up to date.
That shit is Amazeballs. It's amazing.
I don't like it as much as Wanda, but the last 2 episodes were better than the beginning 3.
I don't understand why you don't like it. It's action packed.
I don't know. I think it's just because Wanda was so supernatural and so like, what the hell is going on?
Is that more your jam, like the supernatural mystery kind of?
I don't know. I think it just like hooked me, and this one I was like, this is generic 90s action movie.
That's fair.
But it is getting pretty cool with like the super soldier stuff.
Explain to me how you can watch all those generic, terrible 90s comedy movies.
Because they're funny and that's awesome.
But generic action movies are no.
No, I never said it's bad. I just said like, I was having trouble seeing the Marvel in it.
That's fair.
I was having trouble seeing the superhero stuff. It was just like a crime ring and like fucking drugs and underground.
One of the guys flies.
Yeah.
And one of the guys has a metal arm and he's a super soldier.
You know what? When Walker rips Falcon's wings off, I realized how useless Falcon is without that wingsuit. Because I was like, what's he gonna do now?
How dare you? How dare you?
Well, he said the same thing, and then that's why he's like training like crazy at the end.
He broke Walker's arm and took the shield. How dare you, sir?
I thought Bucky took his arm off. Because Bucky's got
I think Falcon Falcon held the arm, but I think Bucky might have snapped the arm, obviously. Yeah.
Anyway, we're supposed to do one thing for Eric. Fuck fake weird Captain America that sucks. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Walmart Captain America.
Captain America. He's awful. I hate him.
He's so terrible.
I love how he's a heel. I love how he's like gone evil. But I mean,
the actor's really good. Like I've never thought I'd hate Captain America as much as I hate him.
He's done they did a really good job with that to make me hate him. And like the end of credit scene where he's building his own shield, but like he's a soldier, so you can see his welding shit. And it's like the shittiest weld in the world.
It's his
medals. Like, what the hell
his medals of honor too, such as really kind of cool. Like he's basically like, screw the army, and he's just like melting his medals into a shield.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't know, but it's not a vibranium shield or an adamantium or whatever the hell.
That's true. It's
isn't Captain America's shield adamantium?
It's vibranium.
It's vibranium, okay.
Yeah.
But it starts out as adamantium, right?
I think in the comics it's adamantium, but they could use adamantium. But I think in the comics it is.
Because I think in Tony Stark Sr. in Captain America or whatever, when he designs it, I think he says it's adamantium. But I could be wrong about that.
He says it's vibranium.
He does? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's always been vibranium. But yeah.
So like, what's his name? Fake Walmart Captain America is gonna have a fake Walmart Captain America shield too, that doesn't like come back to him and fucking boomerang.
I don't understand how. What is that shield gonna do? It's not gonna do.
He's gonna throw it and it's just gonna fucking like fall in some water and sink, right? It's not gonna and that's it. And he's gonna be like, "Oh, I spent like 3 days fucking welding that. Damn, it took me like 3 days to paint it too, and now it's just in the bottom of that lake." I don't even have, but I think he took the serum though, didn't he? Because he was like, so he's effectively a super soldier now.
Yeah, he is absolutely, but that doesn't mean he's going to be able to do anything with that shield, with the pretend shield.
No, but he's going to be able to throw it really hard.
Yeah,
that'll be about it.
Yeah, he probably will be able to. Yes,
like he'll be able to take heads off of that thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Sam is not a super soldier; he's just a regular guy, right? With a cool Falcon.
That's why Sam is amazing.
That's probably why Steve picked him too. Well, and also because he's pure of heart.
Yeah. He's good people.
He's pure of heart. Now he's training to be Captain America. Like he's throwing the shield around, and then at the end of the episode, he opens up that suitcase, and you don't get to see what's inside, but you know what's in there.
You know what's inside. There's like new wings and a new suit.
I think it's a Captain America suit.
Well, it's totally going to be like a Captain America suit with wings. Absolutely.
With wings? Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
Gonna be a Captain America suit with wings. It's going to be so awesome.
Yeah. And then he's going to just fly around being like proper Captain America. And the government's going to be like, that's not Captain America. It's a terrorist.
Right.
Or something. And then everyone's going to be like, but he's the Avenger.
So, but and it's super amazing that like the shield isn't actually Americans. Like it's not actually because it's a vibranium, so it basically belongs to Wakanda.
Yeah,
it's Wakanda's fucking property, and now his suit is made from Wakanda too. So nothing about him is from America now. So he literally can't say anything about anything that he has.
Yeah. And like, yeah.
None of it is theirs.
Yeah. Fuck fake Walmart cow. I can't wait to see. I mean, it was awesome. He smashed that guy's head in at the end of that one episode. And I was like, do it, man.
Decapitated a dude. What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's like exactly what he was supposed to do. Being an evil guy. Because he's supposed to turn heel. He's supposed to turn evil.
Wow, dude. You are mean.
Dude, when he was standing over him, I was literally like, do it, man. Don't pussy out. Do it. And he's just like, smash. I'm like, yes.
Wow. Whoa.
Because
you wanted him to be bad.
Yeah, well, because he's supposed to be. I don't know. It was like, I was like, come on, like if they're gonna make him a heel and make you hate him, at least do it right,
Well, they definitely made you hate the guy.
Yeah, they did. Like I was like, what a dick.
What a dick.
And then he gets like that, discharge, that dishonorable discharge, and he's just like, fuck you guys. And then what's her name? Andy McDowell shows up, and you're like,
that's Julia Louis-Dreyfus, dude.
Oh. Annie McDowell. Who's Annie McDowell?
She's Annie McDowell.
Yeah, is that that must be a different actress. I mixed them up. Yeah. Anyway,
but
Julia Dreyfus, Seinfeld chick.
Yeah, I figured that's how you would know who that is.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who the character is supposed to be. Seems important.
She's probably important. Yeah.
Okay. She's probably important.
She's important.
Okay, she is important. Yeah.
She's important.
She's gonna be important.
Yeah, she's important. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
so you don't think it's as good as WandaVision? That's fair.
But I mean, there's still one episode to go, right?
It's true.
But it just seems so short. They should have make it like 8 or 10 episodes because I feel like it's rushed.
See, I feel like it's gonna end up being the same amount of time as WandaVision because WandaVision's episode. See, for me, I really love WandaVision, but they were just short. The episodes were so short. I wish the episodes were longer. They were just too quick.
Half an hour was short.
Yeah, and there's like 10 minutes of credits in every episode, so it's not even half an hour. It's like 25 minutes every time.
Yeah, those sons of bitches. Every time I'm like, well, there's still like 10 minutes left. There's got to be an after credit scene, and I wait and wait and wait, and there's nothing. Yeah. Then it's like 4 episodes. And then you texted the group. You're like, make sure you watch the end of credit scene. Yeah. I'm like, those bastards. I wasn't even going to look anymore because they hadn't been doing it.
Yeah. It seems like the last couple episodes of their like TV shows, they put end credit scenes in now. So.
Yeah. Well, they gotta because it's got to be like these like things that are going on. What's going to happen at the end of Winter Soldier, and then Loki is in June, right?
Yep. Hey, do you think Sharon Carter is the power broker?
Who the fuck's a power broker?
The guy that wants the super soldier serum.
Oh, no.
No,
because she's old as now.
What do you mean she's old? No,
isn't Agent Carter like super old?
No, Sharon Carter is the blonde chick in the show.
Oh,
the blonde girl that like is in Madripoor.
Oh, okay. And wait, how the hell does she fit into all this again? You told me this already once.
She used to be like an agent.
Okay.
Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and she was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then she's an enemy of the state because she helped Captain America.
Oh, okay.
And now she lives in Madripoor.
Oh, okay.
And she's a criminal and apparently she sells art.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe, but if she wanted it and you think she helped Cap, so she's a good person.
Yeah, so, but that was like years ago, and then
that was like in the 40s.
No, it was like 5 years ago in Civil War.
Oh, okay.
She's blonde, dude. She's not a brunette. She's the blonde.
Okay. Girl. All right. But like that's why would they give him the same name? Like it's so confusing.
Because one of the Sharon Carter's Peggy Carter's niece.
Oh, okay.
They're related. That's why they have.
Oh, okay. Okay. So she's technically Captain America's niece too, because he went back in time lived his.
Super weird. That's so weird.
Right.
So.
Because he, at the end of Endgame, he goes back in time and then becomes an old, like lives his whole life.
Yeah, but it's a new timeline. So in the original timeline, she wasn't his niece. I'm assuming when he goes back, she is his niece. Because him being, I guess no, because
him being in the picture wouldn't change, any of that
I don't
genealogy,
I don't
you know?
friggin' I don't know. Is she? I don't know if she's no, because when he goes back in time, he goes back into a different timeline. Remember, there's like a scene in Endgame where they explain it, and if you screw around with time, you change that timeline, and it branches off into separate timelines. So the Captain America that went back lived in an alternate timeline
Mhm.
to the Captain America that is at the end of Avengers Endgame. I'm assuming.
But he goes back in time and then he's like sitting there and he's an old man and that's when he like gives his shield to.
Yeah, but I'm assuming, I don't know, but I'm assuming
Okay.
he just came back from his time stream or his like timeline and then to this timeline or to the Marvel timeline to give the shield to Sam. I'm
What kind
assuming.
but what kind of time jump? Because they already gave back all the Pym particles, so he can't jump through
I don't
dimensions unless
understand.
Doctor Strange helped him.
Okay, well, yeah, but it's yeah, but if it's multiple dimensions, so the same people are in every dimension. So there's obviously a Doctor Pym in his dimension. So maybe he got more Pym particles
Maybe.
from that Doctor Pym.
Maybe.
Ah.
Maybe. But anyway, this whole
I don't know.
timeline
I
is
don't know timeline and time travel.
as soon as all this time, as soon as Endgame went time travel, I was like, oh, this is gonna get messy. This is gonna be messy. But it's I part of me hopes that like old man Steve Rogers shows up in the last episode of the show, but I doubt he will. Like, because Marvel's not running their TV shows like, you know, anchoring them to cameos and anchoring them to established figures. They're letting this TV shows flourish on their own.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I do want to see like old man Steve Rogers just be like, yo, you're not Captain America. He's Captain America.
He's like
and I say so because
years old.
Yeah, well, he'd be the same age as at the end of Endgame because
I know.
he'd still be around. He'd turn up and be like, no, I don't think I will. And then
no, I don't think I will.
and then he'd just like walk away like really slowly and probably regale you with a story of like how he went to the store that morning or something.
No, I don't think he will.
Yeah. Like, oh, it was a rough day. And like, holy shit, Steve.
Steve,
I went down to the Kmart. Like, Steve, the Kmart hasn't existed since like the 90s. Oh, I went down to the whatever the Kmart is now, and I bought some new slacks. They're tan, pretty slick, I think. Now I want to see a YouTube comic about old Captain America just existing.
There is old Captain America in the comics, like in the actual comics. There is.
Does he still wear the suit, or does he just hang around?
He's like the director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
So he's kind of
so he's like old and wise.
He's like a secret agent now, but he's like old.
Okay. Dude, maybe that's what they're gonna do because there's no way. Like, I'm pretty sure
they're
just gonna make
Nick Fury. They're not gonna replace Nick Fury.
No, but maybe
110-year-old.
Yeah, but of course maybe he comes around and like he's just like he wants to be a part of it still, but he's so damn old. He doesn't need to do any of the fancy shit. He just needs to exist there in his like slacks and his Velcro shoes and everything.
I think Captain America can still tie his shoes.
Yeah, probably. He is still a super soldier.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, that's why he's 110, and he still looks in better shape than almost everybody else.
Yeah, he's still fine. Yeah. And I think you're gonna see Iron Man return, but it won't be Iron Man. It'll be Iron Woman, and it'll be his daughter.
I can see that. I actually think if Captain America does show up, it'll be so that he can meet Isaiah Bradley, the black guy that was Captain America in the like 50s.
Okay.
I think if they do a Captain America scene, it'll be those two talking about being Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that
they'll both complain about the prices at the Kroger's and then
what kind of old people do you know?
I don't know. I just think it'd be hilarious if the comic relief would be incredible.
It would be pretty funny.
Yeah. And I think you'll see like Tony Stark's daughter like way in the future, whether it be through like a time jump or just like the movies start taking place 20 years in the future or whatever.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you'll see her become. She'll be like, oh yeah, I found all my dad's shit, and also I'm a super genius as well, and a smart ass.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see
them making a movie with Tony Stark's kid for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, she'll be like in the universe. She'll be like part of the.
Yeah.
But that's not in the comics though, right? Or is it?
I'm sure I'm sure he's got a daughter in the comics somewhere. I don't know.
That is also Iron Man.
Well, like Iron Lady or Iron Person, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Woman.
It's Iron Woman. Iron Lady. Iron Maiden.
Iron Lady. Iron Maiden.
There is an Iron Maiden in the comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there is. But
do you think Iron Maiden sued Marvel? Or do you think Marvel sued Iron Maiden for naming their band Iron Maiden? Who did it first? Iron Maiden or Iron Maiden?
Fact checker. Who came first?
Fact checker. Who did it first?
Iron Maiden in Marvel Comics or Iron Maiden the band?
Who came first and did they get sued?
And the second person was first, did they sue the second person?
That's what I want to know.
Yes.
I'm super excited for probably Thor, the next Thor movie.
Thor Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder. That's probably the one I'm most excited for now.
Lady Thor, man. Yeah, I'm excited for that too.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Those movies are amazing.
Probably because Thor will be in that one too.
Yeah, he probably will be. But I like those movies even if Thor's not in them. Those are like those Captain America and Avengers are the best of the MCU movies. Like those sets of movies, those are the best of all of them for sure.
Yeah, I like those ones.
Yep, me too.
I don't know what else they're planning. Like they got to do Black Panther 2. I know it's on the docket. I just don't know what they're gonna do.
I'm not sure what they're gonna do.
Like, but it's Marvel. They're gonna think of something, and hopefully it's tasteful.
They're already doing it. They're already planning it. It's already like being planned.
Marvel's probably like the only showrunners, like story writers and planners that probably could handle something like that and probably pull it off.
Yeah. That's gonna be. I think that'll be the challenge, the most challenging movie that they have to do. If they choose to do it, which they are. So yeah, I have no idea how they're going to do it and make it work. But yeah, if any like franchise could do it, it's Marvel for sure. Although I will say the Fast and the Furious one where Paul Walker was died, that was good. That was the best of all of them.
And was Paul Walker still in it?
He was in it for like 3/4 of it, but there's like a bunch of stuff where like it's CGI Paul Walker.
Oh, weird.
Because he died like 3/4 of the way through.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, you can tell that there's CGI Paul, just the way that it was done. It was very tastefully done how they handled him not being able to be in the other 75 Fast and Furious movies that they're gonna make.
Dude, did you see the trailer for the 9th
They're
one?
going to space. I called that shit like 4 years ago. Me and Jerome were sitting on the bench by Tags having a coffee. And I'm pretty sure we were watching like the Fast and Furious, whatever trailer, like 4 or 6 or whatever one it was, like 4 years ago. And we were like, dude, wouldn't it be hilarious? We were watching the one where it's like the trailer is The Rock is in it, and he throws a missile back at a tank, like the tank shoots a missile, and it looks like The Rock throws the missile back at the tank, or he like directs it. I'm sure he didn't. And me and Joe were just joking around how like, wouldn't it be awesome if like in the next one they go to space and The Rock punches an asteroid? And we were like, yeah, that's totally what they're gonna do. They're gonna make Rock punch an asteroid. Now they go to space.
Somebody on Reddit was like, this Fast and Furious 9 is gonna fade to black and open up with like either him being like Riddick from Chronicles of Riddick or the Triple X guy. He's just gonna. That's what they're gonna go to space. Something's gonna happen to him, and then he's gonna
all
be
the same person.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. He just like melds all his characters together.
Yeah, he's just like he's Triple X or like whatever. I think it would be better for him to be the pitch black guy.
What if he's like in like Fast 9 or 10 or whatever, he's like driving his space charger into space, but he like drives it too close to the sun and that burns out his eyes, and that's why his eyes are all glowy and pitch black.
And that's why he can't see
that's why
or whatever.
He can't
and then
see except in the dark, pitch black. Huh?
Yeah.
We
just did it. We did.
Diesel, you owe us money.
When that happens,
you owe us money.
You owe us. You owe the Wheels Plus podcast commission
a lot of
on this
money
on this idea.
Yeah, we figured that shit out.
You know
for
what? I have another idea, and I think this is another one of those $1 million. It's gonna be another segment, Tyson's $1 million ideas.
Nice, I like it.
Okay, and this is a movie idea. All right. Did you see the movie Brewster's Millions with Richard Pryor and John Candy?
No.
Okay, it's a phenomenal movie.
It's on Crave. I just haven't watched it.
You should watch. It's really funny. The basis of the movie is Richard Pryor gets like an inheritance from a dead uncle.
Okay.
And he gets $30 million, but he has to spend $1 million in like 1 week, and he can't have anything to show for it at the end of the week. Only the clothes on his back. Otherwise, he doesn't get the $30 million. So it's just him trying to like blow through all this money, and John Candy is just trying to help him blow through all this money. Okay. And if he doesn't blow through it, he doesn't get the rest of the inheritance. Like if he has any, like even a fucking dollar to his name after he's done spending the $1 million, he doesn't get it.
Can he still have all the shit that he buys with the money?
No, he can't. He's got to be gone.
No, like he can't have all the cars that he bought in like houses.
No,
like,
he can't buy. He could buy them,
possessions.
But no, he can't have anything of value. Nothing. So he starts just buying shitty stocks.
How does he spend the money?
Yeah, that's the movie.
Okay.
That's how he spends the money on just dumb shit and you know. And so anyway, this movie, but a remake, and I know that's a kind of a faux pas, but a remake where Kevin Hart is Richard Pryor's character trying to spend the money, and The Rock is John Candy's character trying to help him spend the money.
I think I saw you say this on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's
I would watch.
I need to watch this movie to see.
Yeah, it would just be
like a genius
so
idea
good
for sure.
Like The Rock, if you just put The Rock and Kevin Hart in a movie, it's a genius idea. No matter what happens, it's genius.
They are pretty awesome.
They're like this generation's Farley and Spade, man. It's except like they're both like, it's just awesome. And I think if you saw him in a movie like this, where Kevin Hart's just going crazy trying to spend money, and The Rock's just being big and goofy, because I think The Rock plays big, goofy characters really well.
So good at being big and goofy.
I know, and he's so good as an action star too. But I mean, him being a big goofy bastard is awesome.
Absolutely.
You know, he's just humongous, scary dude who's just like a big teddy bear and just like a silly, kind of silly and everything. And yeah. So him playing John Candy's character, just like. Trying to help him out, spend all this money, and
so in the premise of the movie, he has to spend his money on shit that he doesn't keep. Like he's got to spend it on food and like I guess like cocaine and drugs.
It's got to be like $1 million, and he can't have anything to show for it.
Wow, that's so weird.
Yeah, imagine if you had to do it.
Could you do that?
Oh yeah, I'd find a way, man. 30.
I'd find a way, but yeah.
But I mean,
that would be so hard.
I don't think you're allowed.
Can he give it away?
I can't remember. I don't think so though. I think he can't just buy like a $500,000 house and give it away. I think it just has to be on frivolous crap that.
Oh, okay. So there is stipulations.
Yeah. I think I can't remember, but like it's, he's got to do it. It's a pretty funny movie. I might actually, now that I'm talking about it, I might watch it. Watch it when we're done the show. Nice. But that is this edition of $1 Million Ideas.
I like it.
Next to the whole NHL one. The Rock and my $1 Million Idea is just put The Rock and Kevin Hart together in another funny comedy.
That is $1 billion idea.
Like, please, for the love of God, more of those guys in comedies.
You see those Jumanji movies? Billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars.
And they weren't even like, the second one wasn't even that. No, like, I think it was okay.
They're not even that good, but they're like $1 billion.
Yeah. And they're okay, but they weren't amazing or anything. Like Central Intelligence, I thought was a way better movie and way funnier.
Central Intelligence is pretty funny.
Like with the Golden Jet, Kevin Hart's like the high school quarterback who's awesome, and The Rock's the nerd, and
Rock's like this big giant nerd guy. Or no, wasn't he fat actually?
Yeah, he was fat. He was
like super fat. Yeah,
I can't remember what they called him, but it was like a really they call him No Dick or something.
Oh. Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
I remember now. Yeah,
Bobby No Dick or Billy No or something like that.
The credits of that movie are super funny because it's all just like outtakes of Fat Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's singing in the shower and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you know, the Golden Jet, Kevin Hart's the only guy that's actually nice to him.
Yeah.
And then he meets him in the bar like 20 years later, and he's like, holy shit, look at you. And he's like, well, it's no big deal. You just gotta work out 6 hours a day, 7 days a week for 20 years, and you look like this.
Yeah. No big deal.
No big deal, man. What are you talking about? No big deal.
Hey, have you been going back to the gym at all?
No, it's closed again.
Again? Oh yeah. Okay, well.
So I went one day.
And then the world just blew it.
And then it closed again. So yeah, totally screwed, man.
Good job.
Till I get that vaccine, man.
You'll get it soon. Any kind of idea when you will?
When the Alberta website says
aren't you
general
plumber,
public,
like,
that's me.
Isn't being a plumber kind of an essential job? Like,
but
are you considered an essential worker?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably that depends how they define it, you know, because like I'm still like, if the heat goes out or there's a flood, I still gotta go.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like if the town floods, people are calling your ass. They're not calling me.
Yeah, they call me and then I go there, but I don't think so. I don't think I could, like, I think they just pretty well laugh.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because Daniels isn't really considered.
Yeah, and he's like and he sees. I'm in more people's houses, but Daniel sees like a constant influx of dipshits coming in with chin diapers and
so many terrible people.
Oh fuck! There's so many terrible human beings. It's just wastes of life downtown. Just walking around. I saw a guy today just looking around, walking with no mask. And when I was looking at him, like what the fuck, man? He just kind of was giving me this look, like, oh, give me a break. Like, fuck off. Fucking tourists. Fucking dude. Pricks. Wow. Yeah, they're scum, man. They're fucking scum, some of these people. And that's the only word for them. So they should get the fuck out of town.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Oh, well, what are you gonna do?
Like, well, the town did it to, like, not us and like businesses, but like the people that make these decisions, they did it to Jasper. It's their fault just as much as it is the tourists.
Yeah,
if they wanted to shut her down, they would have shut her down.
Yeah, but they don't want to shut her down because of money. But I mean, at some point, like, you got to take responsibility for yourself. You can't just go like, "What's the rules?" As long as I'm not breaking the, like, I mean, you got to take your own. You got to just go. No, I don't think I'll take a holiday during a pandemic to a small mountain town.
It's so weird that people are like, "Well, I'm not breaking the rules." Well, no, technically you're not, but you're still endangering other people.
Well, and that'll be their argument. I'm not breaking the rules. I'm allowed to be here. I'm allowed to be packed into this patio, and it's totally fine. Yeah. But you better not go to your friend's house.
Yeah,
you better not go to your friend's house or see your friends unless you meet them on this patio. And even then, you're not really supposed to meet. You're only supposed to meet your own household on the patio. But like, there's no fucking way. Well, there's no friends on that patio. There's no way.
Yeah, it's all house people. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, that's even the people that travel here. They're not in the same house, you know. Like,
no, it's all idiot ski people.
We're gonna be Ontario pretty soon, man, and they brought it on themselves.
Yep, absolutely.
They're gonna bring it on themselves. It's gonna be tourist season's gonna be kicking into gear, and this province will just shut down, and it'll be like, stay the fuck home until you're vaccinated. And so I guess we'll see.
Even when you're vaccinated, they'll probably be like, you're still gonna, even if you're vaccinated, you're still putting everybody else at risk. So stay the fuck home.
Yeah. It could be.
Right? Yeah, like I'm excited to get vaccinated, but at the same time, I think you can still give it to other people. Like I will be fine, but I could still give it to you.
It'll be more like when I'm vaccinated and you're vaccinated, then we can go hang out. Absolutely. And especially once we get whenever fucking like winter rolls around again and we can have both shots.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right before the fourth wave in November, and then
the fourth wave when half the town is dead.
Yeah, fourth wave, man. It's it's gonna happen. It'll be the same. It's gonna be fucking November, then there'll be a fifth wave in April.
Yeah,
and we'll see. Yeah. But Henny, I'm gonna grab a beer, and then I want you to do something for me. Wheels. I was recently given a copy to borrow of Ghosts of Tsushima.
Shit, yeah.
on PS4, and
I'm gonna tell you why you should play that game.
yeah. So I'm just gonna grab a beer, and then I want to hear all about it. So
Okay,
give me
sounds good. Yep.
count it down, 10
Yep.
seconds.
Okay, cool. Folks, he's gonna go get a beer. 10 seconds. He's way more professional than I am. He said he was going to do it. So 10, 9, 8, 7. Whoa, that was
I'm back.
4 seconds, people. 4 seconds.
I had 4 seconds to
not-
spare. I was
not-
back in 4
No, you
seconds.
were back in 4 seconds.
Well, I don't fuck around, you know.
Was your beer like on the table?
No, it was all the way in the kitchen. I had to
Oh
run.
wow, jeez, buddy. Oh, look at me being all speedy and spry.
So yeah, I got. So I work with Mick.
Look at that cover.
I know
That
it's a
all
pretty
you
sweet
need to
looking
know.
cover. And this is a Ghost of Tsushima Legends, a co-op multiplayer mode, something. Anyway, yeah, Mick was like, dude, you need to play this game. And I was like, yeah, Wheels is always talking about this game and how it's like the greatest game ever made, like game of the year.
It's game of the year. Okay.
So, and then Mick said,
yes,
yeah, this is definitely game of the year, man. And then he was like, you need to play it.
he is correct.
Okay. So
Okay,
sell me on this game.
Okay, so one, Mick recommended it, and Mick's a smart guy. He knows what he's talking about.
Yep.
2, do you like sword fighting in video games?
Yes, I do.
The best sword fighting in any video game is in this game. 3, it's beautiful. It's like a painting. It's like a.
Is it like Red Dead beautiful?
It's I think it's just as, if not more beautiful than Red Dead.
Okay.
Yep. I really like old Japanese movies, so this for me made me feel like I was playing an old Japanese samurai movie. Do you like samurai? Because it's samurai.
Okay.
You were a samurai.
That's awesome. And you got to like slice people in half, and
dude, you get to do so many cool things.
That's
you,
awesome.
You get to have like duels. You can assassinate people. You can do like parkour. You can do fancy swordplay. You can eventually learn to kill like 10 guys at once.
Wow.
You can one slice kill like literally everybody if you're good enough. You can blow people up with smoke bombs.
And there's a stealth element too, if you want.
Yeah, there's a stealth.
That's what Mick said.
There's a stealth element, and there's also kind of like a supernatural element to you get like these chi powers that enable you to use a special abilities they're kind of like heightened. I would say samurai skills. So like you learn really really advanced skills of samurai, and they just look like fancy kind of mystical sword strikes. Or really fast moves that make it look like you're like a shadow.
Dude, so give me the Cliff's Notes story without any spoilers. Like, so like kind of what the game is about.
It's set, I believe it's set in 1274 AD. Mongolia is invading the island of Tsushima, which is a historical battle that really happened in 1274. Mongolia invaded this island of Tsushima that was right next to mainland Japan. So in history, this island was taken over by Mongolia, and that's how they took over Japan. But in this story, you are a lone samurai that is fighting with the Japanese army, like the shoguns and the warlords that live on your island, and you're fighting with them. And there's a big battle at the beginning. And something happens at the beginning, and after that you have to basically rescue this island from the Mongolian horde that has overtaken the island.
Okay. And you got to do it like with your fucking badass samurai sword.
You basically got to do it all by yourself.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, it sounds pretty cool, man. Samurai games are
you
rad.
get a samurai sword and a bow. Those are your weapons. It's
and your wits.
And
yeah, okay.
Yep.
It's sitting here, and every time I tell Mick about I'm playing a game, he's like, "It better be Ghost of Tsushima."
He is not wrong.
Okay.
And there's so much lore and like backstory and cool characters, and like there's these side quests and side missions. That was really good too. The side quests in this game, I think, are the best that I've ever played in the game. And like, you know how when you play like these big open world kind of games, The side quests are kind of similar and samey, and they're all kind of tedious.
Mm.
And you kind of just like,
It's like get to the end of this level puzzle and like get a token.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or something.
All the side quests, and there is some kind of like catch and fetch side quests that aren't as important. They're still fun to do, but there's like specific side quests that are like mini side storylines. I'm pretty sure they're called Tales of Tsushima, and they're the best kind of side quests I've ever played in the game.
Wow.
And
all right, man.
And they're all like these full kind of mini narratives about side characters in this game.
So you learn more and more about the people living there or whatever.
Absolutely. Okay. And if you play all of these quests, it makes the overall story better because eventually all these characters become important to the overall story as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm probably going to give this a go.
The best sword fighting in the game, like by far.
That makes me happy because I really just want to slice some shit apart and have a good time.
The game mechanics are super intuitive, super
like tight
fun.
Controls and everything. Like controls really good.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and
all right,
I hate confusing fucking controllers. So like, if the game is super confusing and super hard, I can't play it. I won't play it. So, and I couldn't play it. I couldn't put that fucking game down.
Okay.
Like I was in the middle of fucking school, and I was like, "Fuck school! I don't want to play this." I want to play this. I don't want school. Fuck school.
So when you're online with your teacher, did you just put up like a picture of you looking intently at the camera and then go play Ghost of Tsushima?
No, but I definitely probably paid more attention to Ghost of Tsushima for those 2 weeks that I was supposed to be doing homework and assignments than I should have.
You didn't turn any essays that were like accidentally Ghost of Tsushima, just like
I should have. That would have been super clever.
But by all accounts, your professor doesn't like those kind of things, eh? It's like
no, my art professor is not super into like pop culture and
like games and movies.
Not into games and movies and comics, because I wanted to do my art history paper about Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
Because this term I did, I've done I'm doing art since 1945. So and we have to do a research paper, and we got to pick an artist. So I wanted to do Jack Kirby. Apparently, Jack Kirby is not artistic enough, or he's not.
Didn't he do Spider-Man?
Yeah. No, he did Captain America.
Captain America. Okay.
Captain America, and a bunch of other shit. Actually, yeah, no, he totally did like tons of Marvel characters, but I don't think Spider-Man was one of them. But he did pretty much like every other fucking Marvel character. But yeah, he didn't consider Jack Kirby and comic art to be fine art.
What, really?
Yeah.
Man, some people are just snobs like that. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh well.
It's like me. If someone's like, "Dude, you want to watch this DVD?" I'm like, "Get that fucking filth away from me. I only watch Blu-ray."
Snob.
Everybody's a snob sometimes.
Me too. I was a big snob when I got when I first got my high definition television. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you and like other people would come over and be like, "I can't tell the difference." I'd get so mad. I would be so annoyed. I'd be like, "What are you fucking talking about? It's so clear."
No, dude, I think
literally there.
I think I came over and I was like, "What's wrong with this episode of Bing Bang you're watching? It looks like they filmed it with a handy cam."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And you're like, "No, I just got a new TV." And I'm like, "Oh, does it make everything look like it's filmed on a handy cam?" And you're like, "Yeah, pretty well." And I'm, "Oh, okay." And then I got one of those TVs and I can never go back.
No, you can't. You just can't. It just makes
I tried arguing with my dad too. He had a standard diff. He's got it in high def now. I was like, "Dad, like, what are you doing? You're watching fucking hockey on a 4:3 ratio.
Is so much better.
You can't read the score." And he was like, "Well, it's fine. Like, I've watched like this for like my whole life." And I'm like, "Oh, Dad, like, Jesus Christ." And then I convinced my parents to get like the HD cable box. I was like, "It's the same price pretty well."
Yeah.
And they got these HD TVs and they're still using these old boxes. Like, guys, so I called Shaw. I'm like, "Look, my parent, blah, blah." It's like, I came to a price and I was like, "Is that good?" My mom's like, "Yeah, do it." I'm like, "Okay." So I told Shaw, like, "Do this, do that. He want this. They want that. They don't want this. Make it happen." And then the HD box came. My dad was like, "Whoa, watching hockey's pretty fucking sweet now. I can see the score. I can tell who's got a penalty. You know, like when they scroll shit on the screen, he could.
Could your father not see that before? Was his eyes that bad?
No, it's just like it was on this fucking old TV, right?
Yeah.
And on this old cable box that was, you know, it's like you can't. They don't design shit for that anymore when like in their graphics and stuff.
No, it's true. They don't. Yeah, it's very true.
You know,
some people just don't get it, man.
Well, I mean, like, it's just, I understand, you know, it's like, well, I've been doing this forever and it's been totally fine. And
that's fair.
Like now the broadcasts are like, no, everything's this big now on the broadcast. It's not like this big, huge fucking number, like 3-0. It's not like that anymore. It's like they just tuck it in the corner.
Yeah.
Like 86,000 pixels.
It's there all the time.
So yeah, that was that was nice to get those. Yeah, HD, man. So yeah,
HD is where it's at actually, and I'm even better now. I have 4K. It's even
me too.
better. It's better.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I only watch like when I'm on Netflix. Netflix was like, "Do you want to upgrade to the Ultra HD?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do."
Shit, yeah, you do.
And Inga's like, "Why? We don't need it." And I'm like, "Yeah, we do." And she's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because it's 4K."
She doesn't understand.
4K. We could be watching this shit in 4K, and we're not. It's only like an extra like $2 a month. So yeah, of course we did it, right?
So do you got to pay $2 extra now for Netflix every month?
Well, I mean, our money is our money now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It comes in.
That would be funny if she just makes you pay $2 extra every month for Netflix. I didn't want the 4K. Screw you.
Yeah, screw you. Yeah, no, there's two incomes in, and it all goes to whatever, everything.
Nice.
And
dude,
that's how we do it.
You could totally like sneak some stuff in there under the radar.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't need to. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this, and then Inga like is like, she just does that.
Nice.
And awesome. Then so you know, I'm like, I think we need a new barbecue, and she's like, how much? I'm like, a lot, and she's like,
nice, awesome.
Well, my argument is like, buy quality. Otherwise, you're just gonna you could spend $500 on a barbecue, and that shit could last you like 3 years, and then it's toast. Or you could spend a lot of money on a barbecue, and it shit'll last you your life until you're an old man.
Yeah,
I'm like, I could have this till I'm an old man. That's how long it would last.
Although I've had the same barbecue for like pretty much since I moved in here with Jerome. It's not. It's not like I use it all the time, so it's probably not been that. It's not that easy.
Yeah, but isn't your barbecue like a Weber or something?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure yours is like a quality fucking barbecue.
Maybe.
That's why it's lasting so long.
And that's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've had that barbecue for like more than a decade.
Yeah, that's what happens when you buy quality.
Very true.
Buy top-notch shit.
You gotta
be
buy
like,
the best.
Why? Don't buy shit. Don't buy like, ooh, look at this. It's cheap and on sale.
Yeah.
It's cheap and then they put it on sale. It's like, well, probably because it sucks and they can't sell it.
Absolutely. That's exactly what they do. Yeah. Clearances are lies. It's not what you want.
You know, unless it's like, you know, food that's still good for a couple of days or something that you can get a little cheaper or whatever. But
even that, like when you do that, you got to buy like a little bit of it though. You can't just be buying like $200 worth of 2-day expiring food because you won't be able to eat all of it.
Oh yeah, dude. So I made the mistake of ordering peanut butter off Amazon one time.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I did. I just did.
I've ordered peanut butter off Amazon.
And when it came, like, it was like it expired like the next week.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, God damn, I got to go through like 2 jars of. So I was like eating it all the time. Anyway.
How much, like how big were the jars? Just like 500?
Oh, they were just normal jars. It's not like I bought the fucking jumbo fucking, you know, you're going to be sick of peanut butter after these jars.
Man, I didn't even, honestly, when I bought peanut butter off Amazon the last time, I didn't even look at the expiry date.
Really?
Are we too loud?
No, it's okay.
Clearly, I didn't die because I'm still here. But
yeah. So, and you ate it past the expiry date, and it was totally fine.
I have no idea if I did. I
don't know. Somebody was like, some people say that expiry dates are just so they can sell more shit, and it's, you know, it's like it's still fine for a while past that.
It's not a rule. It's more of a guideline.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, maybe it's not as fresh after this day or something.
I think it depends on the thing. Like if it's like yogurt or milk, or like cream, I don't want to pass the expiry, or like any kind of like any kind of like cream based anything.
Like meat. Yeah, anything like that.
Meat, anything. Yeah, meat and yeah, for sure.
But you know what? I went like we have like milk all the time, and like I'm like, no, this milk's good for like another 4 days, and I go to pour it in my coffee, and it's like, ugh,
It's like chunks.
it's bad. It's bad shit. Like
that just turns you right off the coffee too. You're like, bleh.
well, yeah. Then I'm like, damn it, and then I gotta like make more coffee because that was the last cup, and I mean, first world problems, I guess.
It's pretty much first.
Yeah, my milk I procured from the store quite easily. That was pretty cheap. Was bad, so I had to make a second cup of coffee in my personal coffee pot that I have in my warm home.
While you watch your 60-inch 4K television.
Yeah, definitely, dude. I wish it was 60-inch. Actually, so I went from 40 to a 51-inch or 52-inch or 50, something like that.
Yeah,
and I was like, when I first got this TV in my living room, I was like, this is the fucking biggest TV I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. And now when I look at it, I'm like, it could be bigger.
See, I'm dreading going over to Sid's house and seeing his giant, like the size of my wall television,
dude.
Because then I'll be like, fuck, how come I don't have that television? I want that television.
Dude, Sid's TV is fucking awesome. Sure, and playing PS5 on it is fucking awesome.
I bet.
And it's fucking awesome. Yeah, when I saw that TV, I was like, how big is this TV, man? And I can't remember what he said, but it's a big fucking TV.
I think he said it was like 70 or 75 inches.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. It does take up like his fucking whole wall in his apartment.
Yeah.
Like I'd have to move shit around in my apartment if we got anything bigger than this.
Absolutely.
But we did have to buy a bigger TV stand for this one because you know how they used to make the TVs with the middle stand. Now they make them with the two on the outside because I think it fell over on somebody or something.
Yeah, that's probably possible. Yeah.
So we got this TV and I went to put it on we set it up and we're like, fuck, it won't fit on the fucking TV stand. Yeah, shit.
Mine is the same. You've been in my house. I have that like plank of wood on top of my TV stand because it wasn't like the TV stand I had wasn't big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got this fucking plank of wood. Every time somebody comes through the fucking balcony, I'm worried. I'm so worried they're gonna like hit the wood.
And knock your TV over.
I'm super worried about it. I'm less worried now, but like the first month I had that television, every time somebody came over, I'd be like,
stay away from
it. Like, just go through the door. Use the door.
You sons of bitches. No, you if you want
to use the door.
Just smoke in here. Just smoke in here, goddamn it.
Smoke in here, damn it.
Oh, dude, yeah, man, I can't wait to come hang out at your house again and drink some beers, watch some fucking Champions football, record a podcast. Yeah,
absolutely.
Just fucking. I want to talk into my.
To do anything, man.
I want to talk into my microphone on the Roadcaster again.
Oh, they're gonna be so dusty and like.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either.
I don't care. I'm pretty sure the last time I was over there in like November for the last in-person pod before they shut everything down again.
Yeah.
I pretty sure I packed all my shit up properly, like I usually do. Like I cleaned it all up, and
I packed it all away too. It's still. I'm assuming dust can still accumulate in those boxes.
Maybe. Dude. It's gonna be the roaring 20s, man. When this hopefully a couple of years from now, everybody's just like everything's open again. People are just gonna go fucking nuts. Oh, nobody's gonna say no, I shouldn't do that. Everyone's gonna be like, I'm gonna go do that because I might never do it again for a while.
It's gonna be the roaring 20s, and then you know what happened after the roaring 20s?
There was a massive depression.
Well,
you know what?
And a war.
You know what? I'm gonna let future Tyson worry about what happens after the roaring 20s, because right now, current Tyson wants to live in the roaring 20s where everybody is like, "Woo, let's go out for dinner." And
future Tyson is correct.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes, what are you gonna do? I mean,
that's true. We live in Jasper. No one's gonna it's Jasper. Nobody cares about Jasper.
Nobody cares about Jasper.
Nobody
unless
cares
it's our ski hill or
unless
something.
Unless it's our ski hill or well, yeah. But in a few years we won't have to worry about that because they can just come here and cough all over whatever the fuck they want.
That's right. Dude, when we're fully vaccinated, we just cough on each other,
Oh, dude, I'm gonna cough all over you.
We just hug. And, yeah. Oh, sorry, man. I got a little cough.
Just let me lick your ear.
All right. What do you think, Wheels?
Yeah, no, I think that was good. Yeah, I like that.
All right. This has been episode 60.
60, sweet.
Is that it? Yeah, 60, right?
Yeah, 60. Yeah.
60. This has been episode 60 of the Wheels Blues podcast. I'm at Tin Can Blues. You can find me the same name on Instagram and Twitter. And our website is wheelsbluespodcast.wixsite.com/my site. You can go on there, view our blog that the Glorious Leader writes on a weekly basis. Listen to our pod, watch our game trailer, check out our Instagram. It's all on there. So yeah, thanks for listening.
I'm at Money Wheels, and you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can also follow our Wheels Blues podcast Facebook page and subscribe, rate us 5 stars, follow, and listen to this episode because we are pretty awesome.
Yeah, listen to it, and yeah, 5 stars, all that mumbo jumbo.
Absolutely, all of that stuff. All of that stuff.
All right, see you next week, folks.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.